Hello. Monday morning has approached us, and it's a bit of a weird week this week. We've got creative projects on the go. We have officially signed our first client, which is really interesting, and hopefully have discussions with that client further along this week. But I think the main topic to bring up for this particular kind of section is it's how you scale like a business such as ours, a creative production business that's transitioned through different layers of different things. We're primarily audio, don't get me wrong, audio and music. But we've identified that in our specific area and who we target, there's kind of a ceiling. And we've been here 10 years now, which is fantastic. We've built really good community connections, and we've been producing, recording and doing music for 10 plus years. It's been really good fun, and we're not stopping doing that. But don't get me wrong, we want to build our business more. Electric Beer is something and needs to be built out more. So that's our task. And we've had loads of people ask us for certain things over the years, businesses, brands, companies, all sorts of stuff, and it's taken years to actually knuckle down to what we are as a business. And I think for many of you out there, it's probably the same. You're a director running a small company, clients come to you for various things, you move, you make more jobs for yourself, and then all of a sudden you work in all hours of the day, just to pay your bills, so to speak. And that's exactly where we are kind of right now. But over the course of 10 years, what we've noticed is, we've had hints of different jobs, like our events that we support and things like that, where you can bring key individuals into your company, obviously, and build your company out. The problem that we've got is, being a small business, we've always suffered with stuff like that, where our experience has been lacking maybe in the early days, and you learn over the course of time, you get more experienced. And right now, right here, everything is pointed towards we are becoming a creative production company. So not just specifically audio and music, but creative generally. And by doing so, we've already landed a client, quite a big client in the area, for a project that will involve us building our team out, bringing in videographers, photographers as and when to support this kind of creative project, is what we like to call things. We see things as projects. We thought we'd bring you all along on the journey, really, of us building out our creative production company in more detail, and seeing all behind the scenes and seeing everything where we do things wrong, because I'm sure we will, and also to see if we can improve. And the channel of YouTube and all that, platform of YouTube, like many of you can, will help. We like to help people out, and we'll get some pointers along the way, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, definitely keep your eyes peeled. Basically, there's a lot coming this way. First things first is a quick show around of what we've actually built and the studios themselves. So let's do it. Let's have a look at Electric Beer. So here you go. This is Electric Bear Studios. Basically, we've done a couple of different variations of this studio, but it's built by both myself and Jared and a colleague of ours a couple of years ago. And we've got kind of the main control room through there, which we call Studio 1. This is live room 1, which at the moment's got loads of drums and stuff there, but you can do podcasting. We've done podcasting here and all sorts of different kind of live sessions as well for audio. Obviously, like I said, control control room one's there, which is our main studio that's got an Audient mixing desk in there. And then obviously a minute ago that you just saw, that Studio 2, and that includes a workstation for production audio, and the whole room's kind of treated so that you can record audio in there as well for voiceovers. And then obviously the desk that I was sat at earlier on today was the kind of visuals desk. So we've got a nice kind of Mac suite there for visuals with some Genelec playback. Genelec monitors for playback. I can't speak when I'm on camera, funnily enough. So yeah, that's kind of Electric Bear Studios as it currently stands. And this is what we mean. We've built this studio facility, which is fantastic and probably quite a unique kind of point for our business moving forward, offering bespoke music production and post-production and stuff like that. But, our next steps as a business is to find the right people to come into our business to run more creative with us from a visuals point of view, from a photography point of view, from graphics, stuff like that. And we've got some great people in the area that I'm sure that will want to connect with us and build this even more. But our next task, and that's what I'll be doing later this week, and so will Jared, who you'll meet soon, is to build up some examples, some strategies, some projects, some, example pieces of work that showcases what Electric Bear's about and what we're going to be up to. We're going to showcase some behind the scenes of that, how we get on, how we build stuff. I'm sure we're going to see some arguments along the way and some debates, but that's what all this is about. So, hope you have a good one, and I will catch you shortly. This is one for the vlog as well. See that? This is evidence that my business partner, Mr. Jared Harding, broke the door handle and needs to fix it because we've not made the money and we've not got loads of people working for us fixing things right now. Was this part of a fund or was this just us? Yeah, I couldn't remember because we had the Amplify. It was sort of floating around with Amplify to develop things.
So, yeah, there's the with Amplify. Well, it was just like the training and all of that, but then there was also the thing of, I know we said, the three of us said if there was a way to get sort of networking in and like conferences in that sense, that would be good. But there's the music industry, like, because I looked at anything that's similar to the BBC introducing stuff, unless you want to go like South by Southwest was a thing, but that was last week.
Yeah, I mean, realistically as well, with all that, like, it'll be for the candidates really more than anything.
There's nothing really in Amplify as we're owning it down.
We don't need to go
massively benefit us.
No,
but we'll benefit from getting a bit more knowledge in the workshops. But that's
physical workshops that we've got. Yeah,
there's nothing sort of convention wise that really makes sense for us because we don't need to go to a conference on drum mic and technique. You know what I mean? Like just. There's nothing really.
So we've just had a meeting with an old friend of ours who we're looking to probably get on board with the company a little bit more, which would be nice. We had a bit of a chat and a catch up, which was good to see how he's doing. Hopefully develop the channel a little bit more, our company a little bit more. As many of you know, me and Jared are limited probably with our video and photography knowledge, and we need to bring someone into the company to help run that side of our business, especially when we're getting busier and more work comes in and stuff like that. It's not really business if we don't bring others in. We'll just make a job for ourselves, which is what we're trying to avoid doing. And yeah, I had a really good call, really positive. Look forward to kind of what we can make of that job role. I think as a business like us, it's difficult because it would be great to give someone a salary of £20,000, £25,000, sorry, 50 grand, whatever. It'd be great to give someone a salary and just go, yeah, come work for us and build it. But we don't have that cash to do that. We'd have to invest that ourselves, which is a significant investment for quite a big risk, I believe, because, we're not paying 60 grand to get someone or 40 grand to get someone. We're paying, low odds to get someone in, which you don't know what the result of that will be because we're building something from scratch. So it's really difficult where we don't have the extra cash coming in to do that. So we're at this leverage point, which we're figuring out, and finding that right person is key for the business. And we potentially, if, touch wood, found that right person that can grow with us. So we're bringing this person on board. Hopefully we get to introduce you to him one day, and he will be like our creative production partner within this. We was actually talking equipment, and he's literally invested a load of equipment into the same equipment we have. So we'll have basically like double the same kit for projects that we take on board just in house, which is really cool. But yeah, thought we'd best check in to let everyone know about that, because I feel that it's kind of like a good small milestone for the company that we've touched base with someone that we've had past experience with, which I think is key. Something that we all should learn from is going that finding new talent when you don't know the person prior is always difficult. When you have like past relationships with people, like we knew this guy 7-8 years ago, and we've just all matured, so there's a connection there already. So we feel that it's strong, and can't wait to see kind of the next steps to all that. But I'm getting a coffee now because that's the most important thing that we can be doing right now. So let's do it. So it's difficult when we always run this kind of company. So today today and tomorrow, I personally got a recording session with a band tracking drums. So obviously this is day we're on today. We're on Wednesday today, so Wednesday and Thursday we're in here tracking drums. Pure focus of this is to record some drums for the client. Well, not to record it, to facilitate a recording session for drums. Drummer's got 5 tracks to do in total, and this is for, I think, an EP that they're building towards, and it's a kind of a grassroots metal band from Nottingham. So my task, obviously, of the day, today and tomorrow, is tracking the drum kit for the band. So what's quite interesting is moving forward in this kind of creative businesses, like we're doing everything. It's 2-man team, so like we've got drum tracking today and tomorrow. Jared's doing music production as well, and we're probably at a point where we need more staff on board to help us do jobs. Because, for example, we've got today and tomorrow tracking the drums. On Friday we've got a prep day for gigs that are happening over the weekend. We have got a team over the weekend, so there is 3 of us going out doing gigs, a festival up in Barnsley. So that's over the weekend. So obviously we've got no specific creative development over that because we're tied up into doing gigs, which seems to be the problem. And understandably, this is where, like I was saying earlier on, where we've developed the company generating various bits of income for the PA hire and stuff like that, which pays the bills effectively. And this is what we've got to change and adapt over time. So it's going to be really interesting documenting kind of the journey of how we change this for the better, bring more people in and build like a bigger business and build Electric Bear to be something more than just 2 people doing jobs. So we are bringing a new engineer on board with us on Saturday to run events with us, which is good. So obviously progression there, we're bringing new talent on board to see how he gets on with the events. And then on Sunday we're back in here for a recording session again. So obviously a lot of this week is just recording sessions, doing various bits and bobs. So it's difficult to like vlog and get content of developing kind of the business when the business currently is doing these jobs specifically. So as you can imagine, it's frustrating, but this is kind of where we're at, and we're being very transparent and honest with the channel. So today I am a bit tired at the moment. I'm going to have a great evening tea because I am starving. Lots of drum editing, so if anyone knows about metal music and drums specifically, it's a very linear, tight kind of recording session that tends to have a lot of editing. So I'll just go back through, but I'm currently just wrapping up doing the editing before calling it a day, which I'll show you very quickly what that looks like for any of the nerds out there. Lots of lines, lots of quantizing, manually quantizing, and lots of double bass. So yeah, 3 tracks down today, just editing the 3rd track. It's been a successful day, and then they're back in tomorrow to do another 1 or 2 tracks. So we probably end up, they have booked the whole day, but I think we'll be done by early afternoon, probably, depending on how we get on. So there's a chance that I'll be able to get back on to doing some more development on the company in the afternoon, depending on how things go. Jared didn't vlog anything, but Jared actually was at a Mansfield brand ambassadors meeting today, which is a brand made for the Mansfield district. And as of yesterday or the day before, we've actually got and landed our first kind of client in that field and got the creative strategy for the next 5 months up until November. So Jared actually attended a workshop with Vic Taylor about about the brand ambassador program that will be running for the brand, which will help develop, hence the name, brand ambassadors to organically grow that brand. It's a weird brand. It's a district brand. So there's a lot of people having comments relating it to Mansfield District Council. It's not Mansfield District Council. They've obviously helped fund the start and the conception of the brand and invest money into getting the brand going, which is well and truly needed. But it's kind of now been put back into the community, so to speak, for brand ambassadors to take the brand to the next level, hence the workshop to have kind of like a platform to do that. And then the next thing which we've come on board with is the creative strategy and the production that people will see the brand outputting on social media digitally. So our task is now to make obviously the content pillars and the production and the process workflows for developing that out more, which is going to be really exciting. It's going to be definitely a difficult task because it's a district, and the problem that the residents of Mansfield have at the moment with stuff like this that we're seeing at every meeting that we go to is they're relating it to the district council, this brand, and that's going to be, I think, our biggest task to unlink it and go, this is a brand for Mansfield. It's not branding for the district council to go, oh, here's Mansfield and here's a logo and here's text. It's Mansfield's brand. So it's effectively all the positives of what Mansfield's about, the full brand in a nutshell. Here's the colours. Here's what we're about. This is our people. This is all the businesses we have to offer. This is us. And that's the task with the strategy. We've got to implement and embed that through cool content, cool videos, cool strategies and stuff like that, and it's going to be really exciting. Like I said, the difficult thing is for the general population of Mansfield to understand this is not just branding from the district council to go, here's Mansfield. This is a new concept built from the ground up for the community of Mansfield to go, here's Mansfield, here's all good, here's all the positives and the things to shout about. And it's not there to go, here's the problems with the potholes. Here's, we've got funding problems. The government has got issues. The council might not be there in a few years. All sorts, all the problems. The brand is not there to do that. And that's going to be one of our kind of biggest tasks to get across to people. The brand is there for the people, the businesses of Mansfield, and for them people to look at Mansfield and go, that's a cool place, or, oh, I like that business is really quirky, let's go and check them out, and, shout about the good of Mansfield, because we don't actually have that, hence why it's being built. All we have is the district council and then all the individuals doing their own thing. So that's, I think, technically like our first client to kickstart the creative side of electric beer, which is just that exciting. It's a district brand deal. So yeah, quite cool. But yeah, back to drum editing. I'm gonna do it for another 20 minutes to get to the end of the day, and then we'll be back on it tomorrow to do more editing if I've not done the editing, and then to track the remaining 2 drums with the drummer. No idea if we're going to end up like vlogging any of it or capturing any of it. Might do, might not. So who knows what happens next. Take it easy, guys. that is it. Done for the day. I'm not doing any more tracking or editing. No, not happening. So the week is closing, the weekend's approaching, and we're not going to vlog much more. This is kind of it for now because we're going out. We've just prepped to go out on a job this weekend, which has got kind of nothing to do with our business moving forward. It's just PA hire and supporting a charitable event up in Barnsley, which is quite cool. Here's some of the preparation. So yeah, unfortunately, that is probably going to be us tied up into doing events for the rest of the week, or the weekend, and then we'll be running into next week back on it on Monday and Sunday. If I get time, I might kind of capture a bit, but we've got an audio recording session in the studio. But if not, this is it for this week. Jared, have you got anything to say?
It's warm.
What?
It's warm.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, it's like outdoor gig territory, which again won't be vlogging unless people want that, but it's like 31 degrees tomorrow, so it's currently I think the hottest day of the year. Jared's on a gig out in, where are you?
Stavern, near Melton Mowbray.
And then I'm in Barnsley we're bringing on a new member of the team. He's called Loki, see how he kind of gets on with it. But we're doing 2 stages at this Barnsley live event, which should be quite fun, but again, won't be vlogging. So yeah, until next time. I just thought, who's Short and who's Lee? Who's called Short Lee, eh? Who'd have thought it? Not me.